Alright, so first project here on the channel. We've got a streaker go-kart, is what I believe it is, given what the steering wheel says here. It might not be, it could just be a steering wheel, who knows. These old go-karts, man, a lot of them are just parts thrown together, and they had what they had laying around, and that's how they ended up with a go-kart. This one here has a Jeep body on it, so we are going to be taking the body loose. We can't take it all the way off because whoever had it prior welded the windshield bar on after the body was put on, so we can only lift it up and slide it forward a little bit to be able to get to the motor. It actually has a 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton flathead on it. Guy sent it to me, said that his son was riding it and was trying to go up a real steep hill. The belt burnt up on it, and the thing has now sat for probably a year and a half, maybe even 2. So we're going to dive right in. We'll do a quick time lapse on taking the body apart, and then we'll get back to filming once we're able to get to the motor, battery, all that kind of thing. We'll get it charged up. This is an electric start, so it does have working at least tail lights. I'm not sure if it's brake lights or not. It does have working headlights, and again, electric start, so that's pretty cool. Just turn a key and be able to ride. So first project, we'll do a couple series on it, or a couple of videos in a series, and we will see if we can get this thing to go again.
Alright guys, so we're going to wrap up part 1 here. We didn't get a whole lot done, but we're trying to get as much done in 1 week as we can so we can put these videos out. Some might be longer, they might be shorter. It just depends on how often we can get together and get some parts pulled off of these. So what did we get done? Pulled the battery off and we pulled the torque converter off. So you can see our pulleys here, you can see our battery. It's got all kinds of corrosion on it. It's all swollen up. There's really not saving the battery. It may hold a charge, but it's just so easy to replace, and there's not really something you would try and restore. The pulleys, they're all rusted. Someone tried to paint over this. It didn't really do much of a good job. You can see this is all warped. There really wasn't even much of a belt to take off. You can see some of it here on this brass bushing. The bearings all no good. You can get a brand new one of these for fairly cheap. So these are the type of parts we're just going to be replacing. You know, engines we're going to try and rebuild, and stuff that you can actually put new parts in and restore. That's what we're going to be focused on. But stuff like this, you just throw new parts in. As far as taking it off, we didn't really go into detail on a lot of that stuff. I mean, fairly simple to remove a battery. You just pull the connectors off. You can get in there with a wire brush and a flathead and pry them loose till you can just pull them off by hand. We need to give this thing a wash too. We should probably do that. One thing you do got to watch out for though is if you have wiring going to things like our tail lights here, if you look under there, you really got to be careful and make sure that when you suspend the body or pull the body off, that all that electrical wiring isn't plugged in, because you're going to rip it right out and then you're going to run into all kinds of problems. So what we did was we just took a quick look around, decided we were going to unplug those wires because they weren't long enough, and before we even started taking any bolts loose, we knew if we had pulled this body off, we weren't going to pull anything out of any spots that we didn't want to. Alright guys, we are going to wrap that up for part 1. Sorry there wasn't a whole lot of content this week. We're going to try and get some more out next week. If you did like this video, please give us a thumbs up, please give us a share. Make sure you comment if you have any suggestions for us. Maybe we didn't go into enough detail on this video or just anything like that. Please let us know, and we'll see you next time.